There is no gainsaying that education is the best legacy that can be bequeathed to anyone and the bedrock of every society. The critical need everywhere in the world is for education to prepare students to lead successfully and fulfilling lives. In today's world, this means providing them with relevant educational experiences that nurture their passions, problem-solving abilities, and higher-level thinking skills, including critical thinking and creativity. In the FCT, these skills are put into practice in exams like Nigerian Military School, Nigerian Defense Academy, the West African Senior Certificate Examination, among others. In view of the importance of education in the life of every individual, in the course of Saturday Discourse today, our guest will be assessing education in the nation's capital and Nigeria in general, and how it has evolved. I am Abdullah Hajia. The program continues in just a moment. Do stay tuned. Thank you for staying tuned. Now let's begin with the stories. Ahead of the first anniversary of his administration on 29 May, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu today departed Abuja for Lagos to begin a commissioning spree of projects completed under his administration. In Lagos on Sunday, the president will inaugurate the concrete paved road to the nation's major ports in Apapa and Tinkan Island, the reconstructed road on the same day. President Tinubu will formally inaugurate by virtual means the refurbished Third Mainland Bridge, which has drawn public acclaim for its excellent finishing and aesthetic furnishing. He will also commission virtually the rehabilitation of 330 roads and bridges across the country. The high points of the president's engagement on Sunday will be the inauguration of the iconic Lagos-Calabar Superhighway, estimated to cost about 15 trillion naira. Work has begun on the legacy project that will connect 9 coastal states. President Tinubu will return to Abuja on Tuesday to begin another round of commissioning. He will first inaugurate the Southern Parkway, which the Nyesom Wike-led FCT administration named after him. On Wednesday, the president will attend the National Assembly Dialogue Series, after which he will unveil the National Assembly Complex, named after him. President Tinubu will leave the National Assembly to relaunch the commercialization of Abuja Light Rail, also known as Abuja Metro. He will symbolically join a train ride to the city center. The Abuja Metro was completed in 2018 by the Buhari administration. It was put into commercial use up till 2020, but with the onset of COVID-19, the train service was abandoned. Vandals descended on the facility, putting it out of use. FCT Minister Wike, after spending $15 million and building access roads to the various stations, has refurbished it for commercial service. After the train ride, President Tinubu will also inaugurate the Uye Flyover Link Bridge and the Defense Intelligence Agency headquarters. On Friday, 31st May, President Tinubu will commission the Naseni Portland Compressed Natural Gas (CNG) Reverse Engineering Center at Utako. Moving on, after showing themselves as a strong force for development, it is now time for women to take their stake in the emergence of a new Nigeria. Further, by properly training the future generations. Nigeria's First Lady, Oluremi Tinubu, stated this at a ceremony organized to celebrate mothers in the country as part of activities marking the first year of President Bola Tinubu in office. State House correspondent Adeni Itayo reports.
The Ivy Coast cheer with a voice louder and their aspirations receiving better attention in the last 1 year. And under a perfect ambience created by a colorful performance from one of Nigeria's greats, Onyeka Onwenu, they reveled in the knowledge that their sacrifices and contributions as women and mothers of the nation have come into reckoning. As the mother of the nation, the spotlight was on Nigeria's First Lady, Oluremi Tinubu, and her interventions to champion the cause of women in the country. This she ever shared with her guests, whose sacrifices, she noted, often go unannounced or uncelebrated.
We are leaders, innovators, and trailblazers, excelling in every field and breaking barriers, and even in politics. The achievements of our women in all sectors of the economy is highly commendable.
Reflecting on the theme of the day, looking ahead, the First Lady says Nigeria is at the threshold of her prosperity and called on mothers to shape that desired future by giving proper training to their children.
With what we have seen in society today, if we do not step in to make the necessary amends, our children are at risk of losing their identity. Tell them the way it is. We don't accept nakedness in our culture. That is not beautiful.
For the Nigerian project to succeed, the current administration needs all the support it can get, starting from women.
No matter what, let's keep our differences aside for the benefit of all. But united, we would uplift ourselves as women.
Our First Lady has brought Nigeria women out. Let us come out and rally around her.
The bold step that Mr. President has taken in the last 1 year are very essential.
The anniversary cake, the first of many, was cut to mark the day. In the State House, Adeni Taiwo, NTA News.
Now, combining entrepreneurial training with academic pursuits as well as engaging in sporting activities are identified as means of curbing the menace of social vices among students. That was the standpoints of stakeholders in Karu during a conference organized by the Association of Deans, Students Affairs by Tertiary Academic Institutions in Nigeria. Christy Ayagwa Adaji reports.
Worried by the increased rates of social vices such as drugs addiction, cultism and internet fraud among students, the Association of Deans of Student Affairs in Tertiary Institutions organized a 4-day conference on the theme Navigating the Menace of Multidimensional Challenges of Drug Addiction, Cultism and Internet Fraud, Dominance among the Students of Tertiary Institutions in Nigeria. The pivotal roles of the Deans of Student Affairs with the aim of fashioning a better future for the youth. The gathering offered members the opportunity to brainstorm and come out with workable plans on how to bring positive development in the advanced institutions in Nigeria.
We come together to ensure that our campuses are safe and peaceful. If they are positively engaged, more sporting activities should be encouraged in all our institutions, because when they are too free, they can do and undo.
Participants described the conference as timely and affirmed their readiness to step down the knowledge acquired to their various institutions.
The students are the purpose of our tertiary institutions, and the deans of students, who is the closest as far as the administrative hierarchy is concerned to the students, cannot be just pushed aside.
I've learned quite a lot, and going back from this conference, I am much more equipped to face these challenges with better solution options.
We have learned concerning the way to help, to build the students, to help them go higher in life, not only having the end at the university level.
We have discussed among ourselves extensively on how to contribute our quota toward bringing down the issue of cultism, drugs, and other related issues among students in campuses.
The association also elected new executives to run its affairs for a period of 2 years. From Mararaba Karo local government area, Christy Ayago Adaji, NTA News.
Still on education, the FCT Education Resource Center says it has taken position for transformative approach that would maintain the conduct and standards of various examinations in the Federal Capital Territory. The Resource Center, Director Resource Center Nimat Abdurrahim made this known while monitoring the conduct of the Nigeria Defense Academy entrance examination. Hadiza Godwin Ebune has more.
The Federal Capital Territory Administration says it is leaving no stone unturned in monitoring the conduct and adherence of candidates to the rules of examinations. This is with a view to ensuring that they maintain examination regulations. Director, FCT Education Resource Center, Nimat Abdurrahim, and Director, Administration and Finance, Education Secretariat, Abdurazak Laremo, who led the monitoring team, both reaffirms the FCT administration's commitment to continue to improve on its mandate concerning education and examinations in order to remain abreast with developing countries.
This is more secured, one of the best secured centers in FCT. You can see the security arrangement in this place, where they are kept, the holding room. We have 2 different holding rooms. Then to make the transition from one session to another seamless.
Candidates say the examination has been made easy with the introduction of the computer-based test, and are looking forward to getting admitted into the Nigerian Defense Academy.
But this is the first time of us writing NDA exam 2 system. All my experience since 74 RC, this is my first time of writing NDA exam 2 system. But the exam was not too hard, if only you read.
I would prefer this to the last year. Because of last year, I was more focused on the past question, but this year, I was able to read the textbook and past question together. The question, as expected, all that came out was what I actually read, although there are some few obstacles, but we thank God.
The FCT Education Secretariat say they will continue to provide enabling conditions and rules for every examination in the FCT. Hadiza Godwin Ebuni, NTA News.
The West African Senior Certificate Examination is ongoing in the 36 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory. As students put all they have learned into practice, what is the significance of this exam, and how has the West African Examination Council been able to improve and sustain this exam for the past years? There are some of the questions Mariam Jojitibo seek answers to in this report.
The West African Senior School Certificate Examination plays a crucial role in shaping the educational and professional future of millions of students and serves as a prerequisite for admission into tertiary institutions. About 39,773 candidates are sitting for the exam this year in the nation's capital, consisting of both the public and private schools. Head of National Office, West African Examinations Council, Dr. Amos Josiah Dongut, says WAEC, in line with global best practices, has adopted some innovations that will ensure a more transparent conduct of exam.
For this very examination, we have put some innovations in place that will include the use of handheld devices to check and ensure that candidates don't carry handsets into the examination hall, that they also don't carry dangerous weapons into the examination hall. We have also brought in an innovation that will ease supervisors' work. That is to do with the biometric attendance using a device that is able to authenticate bona fide candidates.
Mr. Dangut reveals that the Council has continued to look at better modern methods of assessment that will curb examination malpractice as well as improve performances.
All candidates are exposed to the same conditions for the examination. They are seeing the questions for the same time, and they have the same time to write the examination. And so anything contrary to that is malpractice, giving unfair advantage to other candidates. So we go all out of our ways to fight it, to curtail it.
The students say they are fully prepared, praying for success as they write the exam.
I wish myself success in my exams because every single subject I'm writing is paramount to my admission in a very good university.
I wish I and my colleagues success in this very exam. No F9, A1 plus.
No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Are the questions not difficult?
They are not too difficult. We read for them.
Head of the National Office, West African Examinations Council, Amos Josiah Dangut, wishes the candidates well and urges them to adhere strictly to the rules and regulations guiding the exam. Mariam George, Jitubo, NTA News.
With Global, you order anything you want, and when you receive it, you celebrate it. Because that tasty grilled chicken is here, and that key ingredient just in time. Order Global, and we'll deliver in minutes.
Thank you for staying tuned, and Mariam's report brings us to our discussion segment on Saturday Discourse, and I now have a renowned educationist and the former director of FCT Universal Basic Education, one man that has always been synonymous with education. You're welcome to our studio, Jato Numa.
Thank you very much.
Sir, now let's begin our discussion from the report we just watched, talking about the West African examination as one of the examinations that, is regular in the country. The FCT is not an exception, it's also participating in some of this examination. Now, through the lens of an educationist, what's your take on some of these exams in terms of performance, in terms of organization?
Well, thank you very much. Well, when you talk about the examination has so many reasons, so many purposes. It serves so many purposes. And then we can name some of them. You conduct exam to be able to assess the performances of the students. You conduct examination to enable you classify them. You conduct examination to enable you group them. You conduct exam to enable you even to discriminate. One of the purposes of an examination is to discriminate. Because when you say, if you get this, you belong to this. If you don't get this, you don't belong to this. Already you are discriminating. So there are so many uses of examination. Yeah, so one is not surprised because these are national or international examinations that are being conducted. But how are our students performing there? Well, the performances, looking at the end of the day, looking at the overall results, they are not yet very, very good. They are not yet very, very good. But why are they not very, very good? Why are they not yet impressive the way we want them? They are not yet impressive because of obvious reasons. Obvious reasons why students may not be doing very, very well. The reasons are so many. The reason could be from the students. The reason could be from the teachers. The reason could be from education managers. The reason could be from policymakers. The reason could be from our political leaders. It can be so many. So many people are responsible for, the abysmal performances of our students in some of these general examinations.
Okay, before I go to my next question, quickly, there is this popular saying when we were in school then, they say examination is not a true test of knowledge. How can you, respond to that, sir?
Yes and no. In most cases, normally, if I have taught you, if you have learned, if you have gone to somewhere and you have been taught 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then I give you an exam, and I say, okay, can you repeat what I have taught you? And you go on to repeat and you say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you'll be able to say that up to 10. You have responded. You have scored. So in that case, you can see there it is a true test of the knowledge you have given me. But it goes beyond that. That examination is always not, because you look at why people fail exam. You look at the circumstances in which they write the exam. You look at what they have been taught, how they have been taught, what are the material they use, in learning those things. There are so many reasons why, one can say that the examination is not necessarily a true test of one's knowledge or one's ability to perform.
Fantastic. Thank you. Okay, let's quickly now look at through a holistic look. What's your take generally on education in the country, and if you can narrow it down to the FCT for us?
Well, generally, I have to be very frank that I am not happy at all with the standard of education now. What is happening now? The standard is not impressive. Look at what happened, the last exam when the result was released. The result was not good at all. The result was not good. But just as I said before, why are examination results not good? Everybody is to blame. Everybody is responsible for the abysmal performances of our students, of our pupils at all levels. Parents are not doing well. The students themselves are not doing well. The teachers, in most cases, sometimes are not doing well. Our educational administrators are not doing well. Our policy makers are not doing well. Everybody, we are not yet doing very well. We are not yet giving education what it needs to be done. If you start from the families, when it comes to education, they are not yet responsive. They don't want to do what is expected of them to do. Let me give you a typical example. The Universal Basic Education Program, or EDICT, has already specified what should be done at the basic education level. Everybody has a responsibility. The parent, starting from the family has a responsibility. The child has a responsibility. The education managers have a responsibility. The teachers have a responsibility. Everybody, the policymakers have a responsibility, but to what extent have we all done our responsibilities? Now, take for instance again, what is the responsibility of the parents? The parents, according to the Universal Basic Education, Act, for instance, the parents' responsibility is to make sure that a child wakes up in the morning, he is dressed properly, he is fed, and the child goes to school. Once the child goes to school and the child is handed over to the teacher takes it up from there. It's not the responsibility of the teacher to take care of the child while he is in school throughout the school session. Now, what of the child? What is the child's responsibility? The child's responsibility is to make sure that he or she listens, pays attention, obeys whatever instructions are given in the school environment. And then what of the education managers? What are they supposed to do? They are to make sure that education policies and implementations are properly done the way they are supposed to be done. And all those things that need to be provided are supposed to be provided so that teaching and learning processes can take place effectively and efficiently.
That's very interesting, I must say, sir. And this one topic that I know is inexhaustive, and probably will look for more time so that we begin to dissect and analyze and probably bring out some of the solution, which I know you have mentioned. And talking about our responsibility means is part of the solution that each and every one of us must take. I must thank you for coming to share your thoughts with us on Saturday Discourse, and we do hope that we'll all act and ensure that education is given the best shot and for the interest or in the interest of our students and our children. Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.
Well, you're still watching Saturday Discourse. We'll go on a short break, and when we return, the program continues.
Malama, Allah ki bani katin bulo na 1000.
Na 1000? Can. To shikenan yanzu nan zaka ga alert. Me yake damun ka? Me aka yi maka kake wannan ihun malam?
Ba dole in ihu ba. Wannan malamar ce na ce ta bani katin gulo na 1000. Ta je ta sa min katin 10,000. Ta ya zan iya biyan wannan?
Wannan ai garabasa gulo take yi. Idan ka saka 1000 za su rubanya maka shi domin ya koma 10,000. Shi ne muke kira 10 times airtime bonus.
Amma fa abun na kai mamaki.
Abokina ka kwanta da hankalinka. Kaga wannan 10,000 gulo ne ta baka kyauta. That what me say na 10 times ahun we gulo give you. 10 times.
Kwarai kuwa kai ma za ka iya samun 10 times airtime bonus idan ka sai kati a layin Glo ɗinka. Sai sabon layin Glo.
With Glovo, you order anything you want, and when you receive it, you celebrate it. Because when the grilled chicken is here, the weekend starts, and that key ingredient just in time. Receiving anything on Glovo deserves a dance. Order a Glovo and track it till you receive it in minutes.
Up next is Sports Brief.
Eagles head coach Finidi George has picked a crop of 23 players who will battle with South Africa and Benin Republic in upcoming 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifying super matches. Goalkeeper Maduka Okoye makes a return to the team while Remo Stars defender Sadiq Ismail gets his first call-up. Nigeria will confront South Africa at the Gospel Akpabio Stadium, Uyo on Friday, 7 June, starting from 8 p.m. and then fly to Abidjan to tackle Benin Republic at the State Felix Halpert Boigny on Monday, 10th June, starting from 4 p.m. CIV time, 5 p.m. Nigerian time. Meanwhile, the Athletics Federation of Nigeria has announced the date and venue for the upcoming Olympics and African Championship trials. According to the release by the Secretary General of the Federation, Rita Mosindi, the trials are organized to select athletes who will represent Nigeria at the African Senior Athletics Championship in Douala, Cameroon from June 21st to 26, 2024, and Olympic Games in Paris and the World Under-20 Championship in Lima, Peru from August 27th to 31st, 2024. The body further stated that the invitation has been sent out to state athletics associations, military, paramilitary organizations, all institutions, and athletic clubs to participate in the trials slated to be held at the Samuel Ugbomudia Stadium from June 16 to 8, 2024. The directive makes it compulsory for all athletes who have secured tickets to the 2024 Olympics to take part in the trials. With Sports Brief, Wayne Dogo, NTA News.
That has been our package on Saturday Discourse. Do join